What if I told you that everything you believe you're losing right now in your life isn't really a loss? What if I revealed that the universe is simply doing a deep cleansing of your path to make room for blessings far greater than you can imagine right now? Cancer, this video was made especially for you who have been feeling a tightness in your heart, that feeling that things are slipping through your fingers, that important people are drifting away, that opportunities are disappearing. You've been waking up in the middle of the night with that weight on your soul, questioning why certain doors have closed, why certain people have simply vanished from your life, why projects you nurtured with so much care haven't worked out. But today you will discover a truth that will completely transform the way you see this challenging moment. Your Cancer sign carries a unique sensitivity, an ability to connect deeply with everything and everyone around you. You feel things intensely, almost as if you absorb the emotions of the entire world. And precisely because of this, when something leaves your life, the pain seems greater, the feeling of emptiness seems deeper. But what you haven't yet realized is that all this sensitivity is also your greatest gift for understanding divine signs. At this very moment, as you watch this video, spiritual forces are working behind the scenes of your existence, preparing such magnificent replacements that will make you look back and be grateful for every loss you have faced. Today I'm going to reveal to you the most important truths that every Cancerian needs to understand about this transformation process. You'll discover why that relationship had to end, why that job didn't work out, why that friendship fell apart, and most importantly, what the universe is preparing to fill those empty spaces. But be warned, because if you turn off this video now, you might miss the opportunity to understand the signs that are already arriving in your life, and worse, you might continue to suffer from losses that are actually gifts in disguise. Stay with me until the end, because the final revelation will show you exactly when these divine replacements will fully manifest in your reality. Prepare your heart to receive a message that will heal old wounds and ignite a new hope within you. First truth: the universe never takes anything from you without a divine purpose. Listen, Cancerian, I need you to understand something fundamental about how the spiritual laws governing our existence work. When something leaves your life, it's not a cosmic accident, it's not bad luck, it's not punishment. The universe operates with mathematical precision, with an intelligence that completely surpasses our immediate capacity for understanding. Every departure, every separation, every door that closes is part of a divine plan far greater than you can see in this moment of pain. Think about it for a moment. When you clean out your closet, you're not simply throwing things away out of malice or because you want less. You're making room for new clothes, for pieces that better suit who you are now, the person you're becoming. The universe does exactly the same thing with your life. It looks at you and realizes that certain people, certain situations, certain environments no longer serve the updated version of your soul. As a Cancer, you possess a very striking characteristic: extreme loyalty. You cling to people, places, and situations with impressive force. This is a beautiful quality, but it can also become a trap. Do you know why? Because you often continue to carry on relationships that have already died, remain in jobs that stifle your creativity, maintain friendships that drain your energy, all because your compassionate heart can't simply let go. So the universe needs to intervene. It needs to do the hard work that you can't do alone. It needs to remove from your life what you would never have the courage to let go of, even knowing deep down that it wasn't working anymore. Think about that person who recently left your life and is causing you so much heartache. Now I want you to do a brutal exercise in honesty with yourself. Did that person truly value you? Did that relationship help you grow? Or did it keep you trapped in old patterns? Was that friendship reciprocal? Or were you always giving without receiving anything in return? Most of the time, when you look honestly, you realize that what the universe took away had been hurting you for a long time. But you insisted on holding on trying to fix things, on believing that things would get better. Until the cosmos decided that you deserved more, that you deserved better, and simply removed it from your path. And there's more. The universe isn't just concerned with removing what harms you, it's preparing you to receive what benefits you. Imagine you're holding 2 full balloons in your hands. To get a third balloon, much more beautiful and special, you need to let go of at least one of the ones you're holding. It's that simple. If your life is full of mediocre relationships, there's no room for true love to enter. If your time is completely occupied with a job that doesn't satisfy you, there's no space for the opportunity of your dreams to appear. If your energy is being drained by toxic friendships, there's no vitality left for genuine connections to form. The divine purpose behind every loss is always preparation for a greater gain. Always. There is no exception to this cosmic rule. But the problem is that we, human beings limited by our temporal perspective, can only see the present moment. We are living through the chapter of pain, emptiness, and longing, and therefore we cannot see that this chapter is necessary for the next chapters to be written. It's like watching a movie halfway through and thinking the hero won't win. You're only seeing the difficult part of the story, but the glorious ending is coming, believe me. There's an ancient wisdom that says the universe conspires in favor of those who follow their true purpose. And your purpose, Cancerian, is not to suffer eternally over temporary losses. Your purpose is not to cling to the past, crying over what didn't work out. Your purpose is much greater. It's to use all that sensitivity, that capacity for deep love, that powerful intuition you possess to build a life that truly makes sense. And sometimes, for you to see that purpose clearly, the universe needs to clear the fog, needs to remove distractions, needs to empty your hand so that you can finally grasp what truly matters. So when you feel that sadness pounding in your chest, when the longing tightens, when the feeling of loss seems unbearable, take a deep breath and remember this truth. The universe never ever takes something from you without having a better plan in mind. Every goodbye you faced was actually a divine redirection. Every closed door was God's protection preventing you from entering a path that would lead to greater suffering. Every person who left was making room for someone much more aligned with your essence to arrive. Trust the process. Trust the divine timing. Trust that you are not losing anything that is truly yours. What is rightfully yours by cosmic right will never be taken away. And what was taken away was never truly yours to begin with. Second truth. God is performing a deep energetic cleansing in your life. Now let's delve deeper into this spiritual understanding. Cancerian. There's something happening behind the scenes of your existence right now that is absolutely revolutionary. God, the universe, the divine source, however you prefer to call it, is performing such a profound energetic cleansing in your life that it goes far beyond what your physical eyes can perceive. We're not just talking about people leaving, situations changing, doors closing. We're talking about a complete purification of the energies you carry, the patterns you repeat, the limiting beliefs you inherited and didn't even know were there, sabotaging your happiness. Have you ever stopped to think about how many things you carry in your emotional baggage that aren't really yours? How many fears did you learn from your parents, your family, the people who raised you? How many beliefs about love, about money, about deservingness were planted in your mind since childhood, and you never even questioned whether they were true or not? Cancerians have this natural tendency to absorb everything around them like an emotional sponge. You grew up feeling your mother's frustrations, your father's worries, your siblings' sadness, and without realizing it, you made all of that part of your own identity. But now the time has come to let go. The time has come to return to the universe everything that was never yours to carry. And this energetic cleansing that God is doing in your life is precisely that. He is removing layer by layer of old conditioning, of traumas that you don't even remember where they came from, of self-sabotaging patterns that were so ingrained they seemed part of your personality. And do you know how this process happens? Through the losses you are experiencing. Each person who leaves takes with them a part of your old story. Each situation that dissolves breaks an invisible chain that bound you to outdated versions of who you were. Consider this example. Imagine you have a beautiful garden, but it's full of weeds mixed in with the flowers. The weeds suck nutrients from the soil, compete for space, and prevent the flowers from growing to their full potential. To have a truly magnificent garden, you need to pull these weeds out by the root. Will it hurt the garden a little? Yes. Will it seem like you're destroying something? Yes. But in reality, you are creating the perfect conditions so that the most beautiful flowers can finally bloom without obstacles. Your life is that garden, and God is the wise gardener who knows exactly what needs to be removed so that you can reach your maximum splendor. Something very interesting happens during this energy cleansing process. You start to notice changes in yourself that you can't quite explain. Suddenly you no longer have the patience for superficial conversations. Those gossips that used to amuse you now deeply tire you. People you considered friends start to seem strange, as if you spoke different languages. Environments you frequented for years suddenly make you uncomfortable, as if you no longer belong there. All of this is not a coincidence. All of this is the result of raising your vibrational frequency. When God cleanses your energy, He automatically raises your spiritual vibration. And when your vibration increases, Everything vibrating at a lower frequency naturally moves away. It's like when you tune your radio to a new station. The old stations simply disappear, not because there's anything wrong with them, but because you are now on a different frequency. The people who are leaving your life aren't necessarily bad people. They simply vibrate at a frequency that no longer matches your new frequency. And trying to maintain these connections would be like trying to listen to two radio stations at the same time. It doesn't work. It only generates static, confusion, and discomfort. And there's another important layer to this energetic cleansing that few understand. God is removing from your life not only what harms you, but also what is neutral, mediocre, lukewarm. You know that friendship that doesn't hurt you, but also doesn't add anything to your life? That job that pays the bills but doesn't inspire you? That relationship that's comfortable but doesn't make you feel truly alive? All of that also needs to go. Because the divine plan for you is not a mediocre life. It's not a middle ground existence. It's not a destiny of comfort without purpose. The plan is grand. The plan is extraordinary. And to fit into your life, this plan needs space. Lots of space. Energy cleansing also involves purifying your physical environments. You may begin to feel an inexplicable need to organize your home, donate clothes, and get rid of old objects. This is not just a desire for tidiness. It is your spirit responding to the cleansing that is happening on the invisible plane. As within, so without. When God cleanses your inner energy, you naturally want your external environment to reflect that purity, that lightness, that feeling of a new beginning. Do not resist these impulses. They are part of the healing and renewal process. Another fascinating aspect of this cleansing is that it happens in cycles. It's not a one-time event. God removes layers progressively, respecting your capacity to process and integrate the changes. Sometimes you will feel that you have already gone through this, that you have already overcome it, and suddenly another wave of losses comes, another phase of farewells. Don't despair. Each cycle works at a deeper level than the previous one. Each wave of cleansing takes you closer to your true essence, to your original light, to what you came to do in this world before getting lost in the expectations of others and your own insecurities. And do you know what the most beautiful part of all this is? When the cleansing is complete, when God finishes removing everything that no longer serves you, you will look in the mirror and finally recognize yourself. You will look at your life and see clarity where there was once confusion. You will feel lightness where there was once weight. You will experience peace where there was once constant anxiety. And you will realize that every loss that hurt so much wasn't a real loss. It was liberation. It was rescue. It was the universe telling you that you deserve much more than you were content to accept. Third truth. Your losses are divine protections in disguise. Cancerian, it's time for you to see your losses from a completely different angle. I know it hurts. I know that each goodbye feels like a piece of you being ripped away. I know you spend sleepless nights wondering why it happened, what you could have done differently, if there's something wrong with you. But what if I told you that those losses that are breaking your heart actually saved you from much greater suffering? What if each person who left was actually being removed by God to protect you from future betrayals, from inevitable disappointments, from paths that would lead to collapse? Let's look at this more deeply. The universe can see things you can't. It sees the future, the possibilities, the unfolding of each choice. It's as if you were playing chess but could only see one move ahead, while God sees the entire game from beginning to end. So when He moves a piece, when He removes someone or something from your life, it's not cruelty. It's divine strategy. He's saving you from an emotional checkmate you didn't even know was coming. Think about that person you loved so much and who suddenly disappeared from your life. You suffered, you cried, you begged for them to come back. But they didn't. And you were left there, in emptiness, feeling like you would never be happy without that person. But what you didn't know is that if that person had stayed, in 6 months they would have betrayed you, or used you financially, or trapped you in a toxic relationship that would completely destroy your self-esteem. God saw this. God saw the disaster that was brewing, and He had compassion on you. He preferred to give you the pain of loss now, a pain that heals with time, rather than let you experience the pain of betrayal, humiliation, and abuse, pains that leave permanent scars. Or think about that job you lost that left you desperate, not knowing how you were going to pay the bills, not understanding why this was happening to you. Someone who had always been so dedicated. You felt wronged, undervalued, thrown away. But what you didn't see is that if you had stayed in that job, in a year the company would have gone bankrupt and you would have been left without receiving your due rights. Or the stress of that position would have led you to a nervous breakdown. Or you would have missed incredible opportunities that only appeared because you were available, because you had the time and energy to see them. God took you out of there not to punish you, but to reposition you in a better place. The truth is, your guardian angel works full-time protecting you from things you'll never realize almost happened. How many times have you missed a bus and been angry, only to find that bus was involved in an accident soon after? How many times has a door slammed in your face and you've been frustrated, but behind that door lay a path of suffering? The universe is constantly diverting you from danger, keeping ill-intentioned people away, blocking situations that seem good but were actually traps. And most of the time you don't even realize it. You only feel the frustration of the loss without understanding that that loss was a gift. There's an old story about a man who lost his horse, and everyone in the village said he'd had terrible bad luck. But the wise man replied that he didn't know if it was bad luck or good luck. He only knew he'd lost his horse. Days later, the horse returned bringing 3 wild horses with him, and everyone said he was very lucky. But the wise man said he didn't know if it was good luck or bad luck. He only knew that now he had more horses. Then his son tried to tame one of the wild horses, fell and broke his leg, and everyone said it was terrible bad luck. But the wise man maintained the same stance. And when the army passed through the village recruiting all the healthy young men for the war, his son was spared because of his broken leg, and his life was saved. The moral of this story is profound. You never know at the exact moment something happens, if it's a blessing or a curse. You'll only understand with time, with distance, when you can see the complete picture. So, Cancer, I need you to stop torturing yourself with unanswered questions. Stop dwelling on what you could have done differently. Stop blaming yourself for things that were beyond your control. The person left? It was protection. The opportunity didn't come? It was redirection. The plan didn't work out? It was the universe saving you from a bigger mistake. Every no you received was actually a yes to something better. Every closed door prevented you from entering a place that would have imprisoned you. Every loss freed you from a weight you didn't even know you were carrying. And there's an even deeper truth here. Sometimes God needs to protect you from yourself. Yes, from your own bad choices, your self-destructive patterns, your tendency to sacrifice yourself for others until there's nothing left of you. You as a Cancer have this characteristic of taking care of everyone, of putting the needs of others above your own, of negating yourself to make others happy. And often you would choose to stay in terrible situations just to avoid disappointing anyone, just to avoid conflict, just to maintain peace even if that peace is killing you inside. So the universe needs to make the decision for you. It needs to remove what you would never have the courage to let go of, even knowing that you should. Every loss you are experiencing now is God telling you that you deserve more respect, more reciprocity, more truth, more lightness. It's the entire cosmos conspiring to remove you from one-sided relationships where you only gave and never received. It's divine force pulling you away from toxic environments where your light was constantly being dimmed. It's celestial protection keeping you away from people who smiled to your face but sabotaged you behind your back. You may not see it now, but one day you will look back and thank God on your knees for every door that closed, for every person who left, for every plan that didn't work out. Now I want to pause the video to ask you something very important. If this message is touching your heart, if you feel these words were written especially for you, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to the channel right now and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any content that can transform your life. And tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing that these messages are reaching hearts all around the world. And if the content of this channel has made a difference in your spiritual journey, consider becoming a supporter, a subscriber. When you support this work, you are allowing more people to receive these messages of hope and transformation. You are contributing to spreading light in a world that so desperately needs it. Now let's continue with the truths that will revolutionize your understanding of everything that is happening in your life. Fourth truth. The universe is aligning you with your true spiritual tribe. Cancerian. Something magical is happening right now that you need to understand with all your heart. While certain people are leaving your life, others are being magnetically drawn to you. But these aren't just any people. They are souls who are part of your true spiritual family, your cosmic tribe, those who came to this world with missions similar to yours. The universe is doing a highly precise job, removing superficial connections to make room for deep and true bonds that will sustain you for the rest of your journey. Do you know what the problem is? For a long time, you confused companionship with connection. You had many people around you but felt profoundly alone. You attended gatherings, parties, meetings, but returned home with that feeling of emptiness, as if no one truly saw you, understood you, or valued your essence. And do you know why? Because those weren't your people. They were just temporary companions, extras in your story, relationships of convenience that served to fill the silence but didn't touch your soul. The true spiritual tribe functions in a completely different way. These are the people with whom you don't need to pretend, don't need to wear masks, don't need to over-explain, because they simply understand you on a level that goes beyond words. These are the encounters where 5 minutes of conversation nourish your soul more than years of superficial interaction with other people. These are the bonds where you can be completely yourself, with all your imperfections, vulnerabilities, and eccentricities, and still feel loved and accepted. And how is the universe bringing these people to you? Through raising your vibrational frequency. Remember we talked earlier about energy cleansing? Well, this cleansing has a dual purpose. It not only removes what doesn't serve you, but also tunes you to a frequency where you can finally attract those who truly belong on your journey. It's as if before you were transmitting on a television channel full of interference, and now the signal is becoming crystal clear. And those who vibrate at the same clear frequency can find you much more easily. There's an important detail here. Your spiritual tribe won't necessarily appear in the places you've been looking for so far. It won't be in the same social circles, the same groups of friends, the same environments. The universe is taking you to new territories, placing you in different situations, introducing you to people at unexpected times. That course you wanted to take but thought was silly could be there. That group you thought about joining but were too shy to join could be there. That trip your heart longed for but your reason said it wasn't the right time could be there. Trust your impulses. Your spirit knows where your tribe is. And there's a very beautiful characteristic about a true spiritual tribe. It's not based on shared superficial interests. It's not about liking the same music or the same shows. It's about sharing the same deep values, the same existential questions, the same desire for growth and evolution. These are people who challenge you to be better, who celebrate your victories without envy, who support you when you fall without judgment, who tell you hard truths when necessary because they genuinely care about your well-being. You'll recognize someone from your spiritual tribe by some very clear signs. First, the connection will be immediate and deep, as if you've known each other for 1,000 years. Second, you'll feel energized after meeting these people, not drained as happened with old connections. Third, these people will appear at synchronistic moments when you need them most, as if the universe orchestrated the meeting perfectly. Fourth, conversations will flow naturally to deep, spiritual, meaningful topics, without that discomfort or need to keep everything superficial. Now, there's something you need to understand about timing. Your tribe won't all appear at once. The universe is wise and knows you need time to process losses, to heal, to reconnect with yourself before you're ready to receive these new connections. Some people from your tribe are already in your life, but you haven't recognized them yet because you're too focused on what you've lost. Others will arrive in the coming months as you open yourself up more to new possibilities. And some will only appear when you are completely aligned with your life purpose, because they are specifically part of fulfilling that purpose. There's another fascinating aspect to the spiritual tribe. It's not fixed and permanent in the way you might imagine. Some people will be with you for your entire life. Others will appear for a specific season, teach you what you need to learn, support you through a particular phase, and then go their own way. And that's okay, because in a higher spiritual consciousness, you understand that every person who crosses your path has a divine purpose, whether to stay or to pass through. What matters is not the duration of the connection, but the depth and truth that exists within it while it lasts. And you know what the most liberating part of all this is? When you find your true spiritual tribe, that constant anxiety of trying to please everyone simply disappears. You stop contorting yourself to fit into groups where you never belonged. You stop wasting energy trying to maintain relationships that are already over. You stop being afraid of being abandoned because you know that whoever is truly yours will never leave, and whoever leaves was never really yours. You finally understand that true loneliness isn't about being physically alone. It's about being surrounded by people and still feeling misunderstood. And true connection isn't about having 1,000 friends. It's about having those few, rare, and precious bonds where you can be completely authentic, The universe is preparing you to experience this kind of connection. It's clearing the path, removing obstacles, adjusting frequencies. And while it hurts now, while you feel the emptiness of goodbyes, know that each empty space is being prepared to receive something infinitely better. People who will truly see you. People who will genuinely value you. People who will walk beside you not out of convenience, but out of conscious choice and true love. Your tribe is coming. And when it arrives, you will understand why it was necessary to let everyone else go. Fifth truth. God is teaching you about your true worth. The time has come to talk about one of the most important lessons the universe is teaching you through these losses, Cancer. And that lesson is about your true worth. For a long time, you based your value on how much people wanted you, how necessary you were, how much you could do for others. You measured your importance by your ability to sacrifice, to care, to solve everyone's problems. And when someone rejected you or distanced themselves, you automatically assumed there was something wrong with you, that you weren't enough, that you needed to be more, do more, give more. But the universe is showing you now that this equation was completely wrong from the beginning. Your worth has absolutely nothing to do with how much other people recognize or value you. Your worth is intrinsic, inherent, unconditional. You are valuable simply by virtue of existing, of being a unique expression of the divine in this universe. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to earn anyone's love. You don't need to diminish yourself to make others feel bigger. You are already valuable. You have always been valuable. And you will continue to be valuable regardless of who recognizes it or not. Think about this metaphor with me. A diamond doesn't lose its value if someone mistakes it for glass. The sun doesn't stop shining if someone closes the curtains. The ocean doesn't shrink if someone only sees a drop. Similarly, you don't lose your value when short-sighted people can't see your light. The problem was never you. The problem was always the limited vision of others. And the universe is freeing you from the need to be validated by people who lack the capacity to see who you truly are. There's something very painful that happens when you don't know your own worth. You accept crumbs thinking it's a banquet. You settle for conditional love, thinking it's the most you deserve. You stay in situations that diminish you, thinking it's better than being alone. You tolerate disrespect, neglect, indifference, all because deep down you don't believe you deserve better. And people sense that. When you don't value yourself, when you don't set boundaries, when you don't honor your own essence, you attract precisely those who will confirm this limiting belief about yourself. But now God is completely reversing that pattern. He is showing you through the pain of these losses that you can no longer accept less than you deserve. He is teaching you that it is better to be alone with your dignity intact than to be accompanied, but betraying your own essence. He is forcing you to look in the mirror and recognize the magnificent being that you are. With all your sensitivity, with all your capacity to love, with all your inner strength that you didn't even know you had until you needed to use it. And do you know how this lesson about true value manifests itself in your life? You start setting boundaries. You start saying no without feeling guilty. You start prioritizing your well-being without thinking it's selfish. You start distancing yourself from conversations, environments, and relationships that drain you without a second thought. You start demanding reciprocity instead of just giving and giving without receiving anything. You start choosing peace instead of trying to keep everyone happy except yourself. And this isn't you becoming hard or insensitive. This is you finally learning to truly love yourself. Cancerians struggle immensely with this aspect because their compassionate hearts confuse self-love with selfishness. You think setting boundaries is being cold. You think prioritizing your needs is being insensitive. You think saying no is disappointing people. But the truth is exactly the opposite. When you value yourself, when you respect yourself, when you honor your own needs, you are teaching others how to treat you. You are establishing the quality standard for the relationships you will allow in your life. You are showing the universe that you are ready to receive what you truly deserve. And there's more. When you recognize your own worth, you stop desperately clinging to people. You stop begging for attention, for love, for recognition. You stop contorting yourself to fit into the expectations of others. Because you understand that whoever doesn't value you simply doesn't deserve you. And you prefer to be alone, being true to yourself, than accompanied while wearing masks. This healthy detachment is a sign of spiritual maturity. It's you telling the universe that you trust in the divine plan, that you know what is yours will arrive at the right time, and that you no longer need to lower yourself to receive crumbs of affection. The universe is literally training you for the high-level relationships that are coming. It's preparing you to receive people who will treat you with the respect you deserve, who will value your presence, who will reciprocate the love you give. But before these people arrive, you need to learn to value yourself. You need to develop self-esteem that doesn't depend on external validation. You need to build such solid self-love that no one else can make you doubt your worth. And these painful losses you're experiencing now are precisely the intensive training that will take you to that level of awareness. Every person who devalued you and has now left your life is actually teaching you exactly the kind of treatment you will no longer accept in the future. Every situation where you felt diminished is calibrating your radar to identify and quickly distance yourself from anything similar that comes your way. Every disappointment is strengthening your ability to choose better, to discern who deserves access to your life and who doesn't. God is literally using your own wounds to make you wiser, stronger, and more aware of the treasure that you are. And when you finally internalize this truth about your worth, everything in your life will change. You will attract different people. You will create different relationships. You will experience a level of respect and reciprocity you didn't even know was possible, because the universe always reflects back to you how you treat yourself. When you love yourself, love comes. When you respect yourself, respect appears. When you value yourself, valuable people are attracted to your energy field. It's universal law. It's cosmic mathematics. It's inevitable. Sixth truth. The universe is preparing you to receive abundance in all areas. Now let's talk about something that will completely expand your understanding of what's happening, Cancer. All these losses you're experiencing aren't just about relationships or people. They're part of a much larger process of preparation for a life of true abundance in absolutely every area. We're talking about financial abundance, emotional abundance, health abundance, opportunities abundance, joy abundance, purpose abundance. The universe is literally emptying your pockets of fake money, so it can fill them with real gold. Let me explain how this works. There's a spiritual law that says you can't receive the new while you're clinging to the old with all your might. It's like trying to fill a glass that's already full of dirty water. Pouring clean water over it won't help. You first need to empty the glass, clean it, and only then is it ready to receive pure water. Your life is that glass, and the universe is doing the work of emptying and cleaning it, so that you can receive blessings that are far greater than anything you've lost. Think about the financial area, for example. Maybe you lost a job or an important client or a source of income you relied on, and you became desperate, wondering how you're going to survive, how you're going to pay the bills, how you're going to support yourself. But what you're not seeing is that that job, that client, that source of income was keeping you trapped in a limited level of abundance. It was consuming all your time and energy in a way that left no room for much greater opportunities to appear. The universe needed to pull you out of there to reposition you on a completely different financial level. And the same goes for emotional abundance. Those relationships that ended were leaving you emotionally exhausted, draining your vital energy, keeping you in a constant state of anxiety or sadness disguised as normality. You had company but no peace. You had people around you but no genuine joy. And you got used to it, normalizing a level of emotional well-being that was far below what you truly deserve. So the universe needed to intervene to remove those energy drains, so that you can finally experience what it's like to have relationships that nourish you, that inspire you, that make you truly smile. In the area of health, a transformation is also taking place. The stress from those toxic environments, the anxiety from those difficult relationships, the pressure from those unsustainable situations were literally making your body sick. You may not have realized it yet, but those constant headaches, that persistent fatigue, those digestive problems, all of this was directly related to what you were allowing in your life. And now that these sources of stress are being removed, your body can finally begin to heal, to regenerate, to return to its natural state of vitality and health. The universe is also preparing you for an abundance of opportunities. You know those doors that closed and seemed to be the only possibilities you had? They were actually dead ends disguised as paths. If you had gone through those doors, you would have missed the real opportunities that are coming. And these new opportunities are of a magnitude you can't even imagine yet. They are proposals that will make you wonder how you managed to live so long settling for so little. They are openings that will take you to levels of professional, creative, and financial fulfillment that you thought were only for other people. There's a very beautiful aspect to this preparation for abundance. It's not just about receiving good things. It's about becoming a person capable of receiving, holding on to, managing, and multiplying those blessings. Many people receive incredible opportunities and fail to take advantage of them because they are not internally prepared. They earn money and lose it all quickly. They find true love and sabotage the relationship. They receive golden opportunities and lack the emotional structure to handle success. That's why the universe isn't just giving you new things. It's transforming you, strengthening you, maturing you so that when the blessings arrive, you are ready to receive and keep them. And do you know what the indicator is that you're ready? When you stop despairing over losses. When you can maintain faith even without seeing physical evidence that things are improving. When you continue working on your personal development even when it seems like nothing is happening. When you choose gratitude instead of victimhood. When you trust in divine timing instead of trying to force things to happen on your timeline. This state of consciousness is the gateway to abundance. It's the green light you give the universe that you're ready to receive what it wants to give you. Now, there's something you need to understand about true abundance. It's not just about quantity. It's about quality. It's about alignment. It's about having things that truly make sense to you, that nourish your soul, that contribute to your evolution. You can have a lot of money and be miserable. You can have many friends and feel alone. You can have professional success and feel that your life has no purpose. The abundance that the universe is preparing for you is different. It's an abundance that satisfies not only material needs, but also the deepest spiritual and emotional needs. And there's more. This abundance that is coming is not for you to selfishly hoard. It's for you to use as a tool for transformation in your own life and in the lives of others. When you prosper, when you heal, when you achieve fulfillment, you automatically become a beacon of hope for others who are still struggling. You become living proof that it's possible to overcome, that it's possible to be reborn, that it's possible to create a beautiful life after the most painful losses. And that's the most beautiful part of the divine plan. He's not blessing you just for your own good. He's transforming you into a channel of blessings for the whole world. So, Cancerian, I want you to start changing your mindset right now. Stop looking at what you've lost and start creating mental and emotional space for what's coming. Stop complaining about the emptiness and start decorating that empty space with the energy of positive expectation. Stop being afraid of the future and start getting excited about the infinite possibilities that are opening up. The universe is working in your favor. God is preparing things you haven't even asked for yet because He knows what you truly need even before you do. Trust, surrender, and prepare your heart to receive abundance on levels you've never experienced before. Seventh truth. Your pain is transforming you into a deeper human being. Cancerian, now we're going to delve into a truth that may be difficult to accept, but is absolutely essential to your journey. The pain you're feeling now, however unbearable it may seem, is doing something to you that no other experience could. It's giving you depth. It's giving you wisdom. It's giving you an understanding of life that only comes through suffering transformed into growth. You are becoming a much richer person internally, much more compassionate, much stronger than you were before all these losses. There's an uncomfortable truth that few dare to say, but it needs to be said. The most interesting, wisest, most inspiring people you know aren't those who've had easy lives. They're the ones who've been through fire and haven't turned to ashes, but to diamonds. They're the ones who faced terrible losses and found meaning in suffering. They're the ones who were broken and rebuilt themselves in an even more beautiful way. And you're in that process now. You're being forged. You're being molded. You're being transformed into something far more magnificent than you were before. Think about all the lessons you've learned through these painful experiences. You've learned about resilience, about your ability to keep going even when everything seemed lost. You've learned about compassion, not only for others but finally for yourself as well. You've learned about impermanence, about how everything changes, how nothing lasts forever, and how that is both frightening and liberating. You've learned about discernment, about how to better choose the people you allow into your life. You've learned about inner strength, about reserves of courage you didn't even know you had. And there's more. You also learned about vulnerability and how it's not weakness as you thought. You learned about letting go and how that's not giving up. You learned about forgiveness, especially forgiveness for yourself for the choices that weren't the best. You learned about patience with the healing process, about how some wounds take time to heal, and that's okay. You learned about hope, about how even on the darkest days, a part of you continued to believe that things would get better. Each of these lessons is a treasure. Each of these insights is a jewel you will carry forever. Now comes the truly beautiful part. All this depth you're gaining isn't just for you. It's so you can help others who will go through similar journeys. You're being prepared to be a guide, a support, a light for someone who will be in the darkness where you were. When someone comes to you desperate because of a loss, you'll be able to look them in the eye and truthfully say that you know what it's like, that you've been there, that you survived, and that they will survive too. And that will make all the difference to that person. Because words of comfort from someone who has never suffered are empty. But words of hope from someone who has crossed the dark valley and come out on the other side are powerful. They are true. They are transformative. The universe isn't wasting your suffering. It's using every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of pain to sculpt you into something extraordinary. Think of those magnificent sculptures that artists create. They take a block of raw marble and begin to hammer, chisel, and chip away at it. The process seems violent. It seems like they're destroying the stone. But in reality, they're revealing the work of art that was always there inside. That's what's happening to you. Every loss is removing the superficial layers, the parts that weren't really you, everything that was hiding your true essence. And what's being revealed is beautiful. It's powerful. It's authentic. And there's something important about this transformation. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not a linear process where each day you're a little better than the day before. There will be days when you feel like you've regressed, that you're back to square one, that you haven't learned anything. And that's okay. Healing isn't a straight line. It's a spiral. Sometimes you go through the same pain points again, but each time you go through them, you're at a different level of understanding, at a different level of consciousness. You're never really going backwards. You're always moving forward, even when it seems like you're standing still. There's another fascinating aspect to this transformation. You're developing an even greater sensitivity than you already had. But now it's not that vulnerable, unprotected sensitivity that left you at the mercy of other people's energies. It's a wise sensitivity, a sharp intuition, an ability to read situations and people with almost supernatural precision. You're learning to trust your hunches, to listen to that inner voice that always knows the truth, to perceive the subtle signs that the universe is constantly sending you. This is a precious gift that will serve you for the rest of your life. And do you know when you'll realize how much you've grown? When something that would have destroyed you now shakes you but doesn't bring you down. When a rejection that would have made you question your worth now simply makes you think that the other person wasn't ready to recognize you. When a loss that would have left you bedridden for weeks now saddens you, but you're still able to function. When you look at difficult situations with a serenity you didn't have before. These are the indicators of your growth, your evolution, your transformation into a more whole and complete human being. The universe is investing in you. Every challenge is an investment in your ability to handle bigger things in the future. Every pain is an investment in your emotional depth. Every loss is an investment in your wisdom about what truly matters in life. And this investment will yield abundant rewards. You will become the person others seek out in difficult times. You will become that voice of reason and hope. You will become that presence that calms, comforts, and inspires. And all this because you had the courage to face your own suffering instead of running away from it. Eighth truth. The universe is teaching you about the true meaning of detachment. Cancerians, let's talk now about one of the most difficult, but also most liberating lessons the universe is teaching you through these losses. We're talking about true detachment. And pay attention because detachment doesn't mean what most people think it means. It's not about not caring. It's not about not loving. It's not about becoming cold or indifferent. True detachment is about loving intensely, but without losing yourself in the process. It's about caring deeply, but without making your happiness dependent on external factors. It's about being present but knowing that nothing is permanent. As a Cancer, you were born with an immense capacity for creating deep bonds. You connect with people in a way that few other signs can. You transform any place into home. You make people your family. And that's beautiful. But it also has a dangerous side. You become so attached that when the person leaves, when the place changes, when the situation ends, you feel as if a part of you has been ripped away. And it was precisely to heal this unhealthy form of attachment that the universe is putting you through all these experiences. The attachment you had before was based on fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of not being loved. Fear of not being enough. So you held on to people and things so tightly that it hurt not only you but them as well. You suffocated relationships with your constant need for reassurance. You trapped people with your emotional dependence. You turned love into a prison without even realizing it. And people felt it. They felt that weight, that pressure, that desperate need emanating from you. And often that was precisely what drove them away. But the detachment that the universe is teaching you now is completely different. It's a detachment born from trust. Trust in yourself, in your ability to be okay regardless of what happens around you. Trust in the universe, in the divine plan that is always working in your favor. Trust in life, which always gives you exactly what you need at the right time. This kind of detachment doesn't diminish your love. In fact, it amplifies it. Because now you can love without fear, without suffocating expectations, without the need to control or hold on. Think about the difference between holding a bird with a closed hand or with an open hand. When you hold it with a closed hand, you are imprisoning it. The bird may stay there, but it is not happy, it is not free, it is not being what it was born to be. And eventually it will die or fight to escape. But when you hold it with an open hand, you are offering a place of rest, a point of support. The bird can stay, it can go, it can return. And if it chooses to stay, it is because it wants to, not because it is forced. This is the kind of love that is born from detachment. It is a love that liberates instead of imprisoning. And there's a wonderful thing that happens when you learn true detachment. The right people stay. Not out of obligation, not out of guilt, not out of pity. They stay because they want to, because they choose to, because their presence by your side is genuine and free. And the wrong people leave faster, before causing greater damage, before wasting years of your life. Detachment acts as a natural filter. It pushes away what isn't meant for you and keeps close what is truly yours. Now comes a part that may be difficult to accept but is fundamental. Detachment also means accepting that some people were meant to pass through your life, not to stay in it. Some people have a specific role in your journey. They appear to teach you something, to support you in a particular phase, to awaken you to a truth you needed to see. And when their mission is complete, they leave. And forcing someone to stay whose mission is already finished will only bring suffering to everyone involved. The universe is teaching you to let go with gratitude instead of bitterness. It's showing you that it's possible to be grateful for the shared journey, even when the path diverges. It's revealing that you can cherish beautiful moments in your heart without needing to hold on to the person against their will or against the natural flow of life. That is emotional maturity. That is spiritual wisdom. That is the evolution of the soul. And do you know the beautiful paradox of detachment? The more you let go, the more you have. The less you cling, the more things naturally remain in your life. The less you control, the more situations flow in your favor. It's like water. When you try to hold water tightly, it slips through your fingers. But when you relax your hands, it stays there, gentle, accessible. Human relationships work exactly like that. Control pushes away. Detachment attracts. There's a spiritual exercise that can greatly help you in this process. Every day, mentally return to the universe everything and everyone you love, not as a gesture of sadness or resignation, but as an act of trust. You internally say that what is truly yours will remain, and what is not can go its own way with your blessing. You offer freedom instead of chains, and in this act of offering freedom, you also free yourself. You free yourself from fear, anxiety, and the constant need for control. True detachment also applies to material things, plans, and expectations about how your life should be. The universe is teaching you to have goals but without rigid attachment to the results. It's showing you that it's possible to plan but remain flexible when plans change. It's revealing that there is something much bigger, much wiser, much more powerful than your small mind can conceive. And when you let go of control over how things should be, you open up space for them to be much better than you imagined. And in the end, detachment is about trusting in the abundance of the universe. It's about knowing deep down that there's enough for everyone. That if one door closes, 1,000 others are available. That if one person leaves, other incredible people are on their way. That if one opportunity doesn't work out, better opportunities are forming. You don't need to desperately cling to anything because everything you truly need is already coming to you. And that is the deepest freedom there is. Not depending on anything external for your inner peace. Being complete within yourself while remaining open to sharing that completeness with others who are also complete. Ninth truth. God is calibrating your divine timing for powerful synchronicities. Cancerians, we've now arrived at a truth that will make you see everything that happened in a completely new way. There's a concept called divine timing that most people don't fully understand. They think divine timing is just about waiting for the right moment for things to happen. But it's much more than that. It's about you being energetically, emotionally, and spiritually aligned with the exact frequency of the blessings that are destined for you. And all these losses you've faced were part of a calibration process to put you on that precise frequency. Imagine a Swiss watch, one of those with super complex mechanisms where every gear has to be in the exact place for the watch to function perfectly. The universe is doing that with your life. It's adjusting each gear, removing parts that no longer serve their purpose, installing new components, all so that at the right moment, everything works in perfect synchronicity. And when that happens, you will experience a series of synchronicities so powerful that they will seem like magic. But it's not magic. It's the result of the perfect alignment that was being prepared all along. Do you know that feeling that everything is happening at the wrong time? That opportunities arrive too early or too late. That the right people appear when you're not ready or disappear when you need them most. This happens because you were out of sync with your own destiny. You were vibrating at a different frequency than where your greatest blessings exist. And the universe needed to remove you from certain places, certain situations, certain relationships to readjust that frequency. Each loss was actually a calibration adjustment. When that relationship ended, the universe was pulling you out of a timeline where you were going to waste another 5 years with the wrong person. When that job ended, you were being redirected to a professional path much more aligned with your true purpose. When that friendship broke down, you were being freed from an energetic pattern that kept you trapped at a limited level of consciousness. All of this was necessary to put you in the right place at the right time with the right people so that the true opportunities in your life could manifest. And there's something fascinating about synchronicities. They only happen when you're in the natural flow of life, when you stop resisting, when you stop forcing things to happen the way you think they should. It's like swimming in a river. When you swim against the current, you get tired, you struggle, you might even drown. But when you relax and let the current carry you, you flow easily. You get where you need to go without so much effort. Synchronicities are signs that you are finally flowing with the divine current instead of fighting against it. You'll start noticing these synchronicities in various ways. You'll think of someone and that person will call you minutes later. You'll need some information and stumble upon it completely unexpectedly. You'll have a question and hear the answer in a random conversation in the elevator. You'll need help and someone will appear offering exactly what you need without you even asking. These aren't coincidences. They are confirmations that you are aligned, that you are on the right path, that the universe is conspiring in your favor. Divine timing also has to do with spiritual maturity. Sometimes the universe knows you're not ready yet to receive certain blessings. Not because you don't deserve them, but because you haven't yet developed the necessary inner structure to sustain them. It's like giving a race car to someone who just got their driver's license. The person may really want that car, may even deserve that car, but if you give them the car now, they'll have an accident. They first need to develop the necessary skills to drive that level of machine safely. So the universe puts you in situations that develop these skills. It teaches you patience through waiting. It teaches you confidence through uncertainty. It teaches you strength through challenges. It teaches you discernment through mistakes. And when you've finally developed everything you needed to develop, then the doors open in an almost magical way. Everything flows. Everything falls into place. Everything happens with an ease that seems almost suspicious after so much struggle. And there's a very clear sign that your divine timing is arriving. You begin to feel an inner peace even without being sure how things will turn out. You stop despairing. You stop trying to control everything. You develop a deep confidence that everything is unfolding perfectly, even when external evidence doesn't yet show it. This peace, this confident surrender, is the strongest indicator that you are about to enter a phase of powerful manifestations. The universe is orchestrating encounters that will change your life. It's preparing opportunities you didn't even know existed. It's aligning situations that will seem like miracles when they finally happen. But all of this takes time to prepare. There's an alignment process, and that process is sacred. It cannot be rushed. It cannot be forced. It can only be honored, respected, and trusted. And you are doing exactly that by remaining steadfast even when you don't see the results yet. There's one last crucial thing about divine timing. It's never late. Never fails. It always arrives at the perfect moment. What happens is that the perfect moment isn't always the moment you chose. But look back on your life and you'll realize that things always happened at the right time. That breakup that seemed like the worst thing in the world at the time saved you from a relationship that would have ended much worse later. That job you couldn't get made you available for a much better one that came months later. That heartbreak that broke your heart taught you lessons you needed before finding something real. 10th truth. What is coming is infinitely greater than anything you have lost. Cancerian, we have now arrived at the most important truth of all, the one that will seal in your heart the certainty that it was worth going through all of this. I need you to understand this not only with your mind but with every fiber of your being. What the universe is preparing for you is so great, so beautiful, so perfect, so aligned with who you truly are, that it will make every loss you suffered seem insignificant in comparison. You will look back and understand why it was necessary to completely empty your life. It was to accommodate what is coming. Imagine you lived in a small, cramped house with leaks and structural problems. But it was your home. You knew every corner, you got used to all the flaws. Then one day someone comes and tells you that you need to leave because the house is going to be demolished. You are desperate. You think you'll be homeless, without a roof over your head, without anything. You don't want to leave. You cling to those old walls even knowing they no longer serve you. But then you leave because you have no choice and you stay temporarily in a makeshift place. And while you are in this makeshift place, something is being built. And when they finally show you what was being prepared, you see a mansion. A dream house. Everything you ever wanted but didn't even dare to ask for. And at that moment you understand. The demolition of the old house was not a loss. It was the necessary condition for the construction of the new one. Your life is exactly like this now. The universe demolished the old house. It tore down walls. It removed structures that were rotten inside even though they seemed solid on the outside. And you are in this provisional period, in this in-between space, in this uncomfortable void where it seems you have nothing. But it is precisely in this void that the construction is happening. And what is being built will surpass all your wildest dreams. We're talking about relationships that will be reciprocal in a way you never knew was possible. Where you'll give and receive in equal measure. Where you'll be seen, valued, and loved in your entirety, without needing to hide parts of yourself. Where conversations will nourish your soul. Where silences will be comfortable. Where you'll finally understand what true partnership means. Where two complete people choose to walk together not out of necessity, but out of genuine desire. We're talking about professional opportunities that will bring out the best in you. No more jobs where you had to suppress your creativity, where you had to be less than you are. But rather jobs that will celebrate your unique gifts, that will compensate you adequately not only financially, but also in terms of fulfillment and purpose. You'll wake up excited to work. You'll feel useful. You'll know that what you do makes a difference. We're talking about financial abundance that comes from sources aligned with your values. No more money that came in but cost you peace, health, and integrity, but rather prosperity that flows smoothly, that multiplies naturally, that allows you not only to live well, but also to contribute generously to causes that matter to you. You will experience financial freedom that will give you time, that will give you choices, that will allow you to live instead of just surviving. We're talking about a level of physical and emotional health you haven't experienced in years. That chronic fatigue will disappear. That constant anxiety will dissolve. You'll sleep soundly again. You'll wake up with real energy. You'll feel vitality coursing through your veins. You'll rediscover the simple joy of being alive, of feeling the sun on your skin, of breathing fresh air, of experiencing life with all your senses fully engaged. We're talking about an inner peace that doesn't depend on anything external. You will develop such a solid center within yourself that the storms outside will no longer bring you down. You will have clarity about who you are, about what you want, about what you no longer tolerate. You will have healthy boundaries. You will have unwavering self-esteem. You will have such a strong connection with the divine that you will feel supported, even when you are alone. But there's a condition for all of this to fully manifest. You need to let go of what's in the past. You need to stop looking at the past with nostalgia. You need to stop idealizing what once was and recognize that it wasn't as good as you're romanticizing it now. You need to cleanse your energy field of all longing, all resentment, all bitterness. You need to make peace with what happened and with what didn't happen. You need to genuinely forgive, not for the people who hurt you but for yourself so you can move forward freely and lightly. And there's more. You need to start acting like someone who is about to receive enormous blessings. You need to start making physical, emotional, and energetic space for these new things. Clean your house. Organize your life. Take care of your appearance. Nourish your body. Feed your mind with positive things. Surround yourself with people who raise your vibration. Talk about your dreams with enthusiasm. Act with the confidence of someone who knows they are destined for great things. Because the energy you emit now is shaping the reality you will experience tomorrow. The universe is testing you to see if you are truly ready. It is observing how you handle the waiting. Whether you remain in faith or fall into despair. Whether you maintain a high vibration or sink into the vibration of victimhood. Whether you continue working on your development or settle into the comfort zone of complaining. Every choice you make in this moment of emptiness is determining the speed at which blessings will arrive, and their magnitude when they do. So, Cancerian, I want you to rise now with renewed determination. Enough crying over what's gone. It's time to celebrate what's coming. Enough lamenting losses. It's time to prepare the ground for gains. Enough doubting the universe. It's time to completely trust the divine plan that is unfolding perfectly in your life. You are not being punished. You are being promoted. And promotions always come with a preparation phase that seems difficult but is absolutely necessary. I promise you with all the certainty that spiritual wisdom can offer, that the best of your life has yet to come, that your happiest days have not yet been lived, that your deepest loves have not yet been felt, that your sweetest victories have not yet been savored, that the fullest, most fulfilled, most radiant version of you has not yet fully emerged. But it is emerging now. With each passing day, with each conscious choice you make, every time you choose faith instead of fear, you are becoming the person who will receive all that the universe has prepared. And it will be beautiful. It will be powerful. It will be exactly what your soul always knew was possible but your mind doubted was real. We have reached the end of this journey of revelations, Cancerian. I sincerely hope that these words have touched something deep within you, that they have rekindled a flame of hope that may have been extinguished, that they have given you the strength to continue even when the path seems impossible, that they have reminded you of who you truly are beneath all this pain, beneath all these layers of disappointment and fear. You are strong. You are resilient. You are loved by the universe in a way your mind cannot fully comprehend, but your heart knows it's true. And everything you are going through now, absolutely everything, is preparing you for a life so beautiful, so abundant, so full of purpose that it will make every tear you shed worthwhile. Trust in that. Trust the process. Trust in divine timing. Trust in yourself. Now I want to ask you once again, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell. There's a lot of wisdom, a lot of spiritual guidance, a lot of transformative content coming, and you won't want to miss any of it. And if this video helped you in any way, if these words resonated with something you needed to hear, consider supporting this work by becoming a channel member. Every bit of support allows more people to receive these messages of light, hope, and transformation. And I want to leave you with one last question for you to reflect on and share in the comments if you wish. After everything you've heard today, what truth touched your heart the most? What revelation made the most sense for the moment you're living right now? Tell me below. I love reading every comment, every story, every testimony of transformation. And don't forget to tell me where you're watching from. It's always wonderful to know that these messages are reaching hearts all around the world. May the universe bless you abundantly. May divine light illuminate every step of your path. May you find the strength to persevere through difficult days, and the wisdom to recognize the blessings when they arrive. And above all, may you never ever forget that you are not losing anything. God is replacing it with something infinitely greater. Believe this with all your heart, because it is the purest truth. A huge hug to your heart. Until the next video.